Hi Gemini, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ray. This is going to be your reading for the rest of winter. We'll be looking at roughly the next 3 months, the rest of December, and then moving into 2023, January and February. We'll look at career and finances, and then we'll do Geminis dealing with a past person, Geminis in a current connection, and single Geminis looking for new love or dealing with a new person. So let's get started. What are your messages for Gemini's career and finances for the next winter? You start with the moon. Some of you could be dealing with a Pisces. I feel like you're very worried about your career and finances in the winter overall, Gemini. There might be some deception going on in your energy, especially if there are other people or another person involved in your career or finances. Career specifically, this could be a micromanager or difficult coworkers or a difficult employee that's making it harder for you to do your job. You could be dealing with a very toxic work environment in the winter and it's not helping you get the job done. I feel like a lot of you are burnt out in the winter. You might be dealing with a lot of mental stress right now. So please take the time and the space that you need to make sure that you're not taking on more than you can handle. You should always make your mental health a priority. You have the 5 of Coins here as well. Some of you could be dealing with some poverty issues. For some of you, I'm hearing this is something that stemmed from childhood, especially with the moon card there being about dealing with your subconscious, especially if you're used to being poor or you're used to going without. It kind of feels like you've kind of internalized a fear of money or of not having enough money. If there is somebody else involved in your finances here, small side message for some of you. With that deceptive energy in the moon card, it feels like somebody here could possibly be taking advantage of your finances in the winter, Gemini, so just be careful of that. You have the 10 of Coins here, so I feel like this is a very difficult cycle that you're going through in terms of career and finances in the winter. Some of you might be struggling to provide for your family right now, or potentially for some of you, if you do suspect that somebody is using you financially, it could be somebody in your family, and I know that that hurts. I'm also hearing that some of you could possibly be asking other family members or friends for a loan. Can you clarify the moon for me, please? Clarifying the moon is the Page of Pentacles. Some of you could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This could also be your energy if you are a Taurus, Gemini, cusper. With that 10 of Coins there, if there's family involved, some of you could be struggling to provide for your children, or potentially some of you, this is about your education if you're still a student or if you're thinking of going back to school. And for some of you, there could be a lot of student debt involved. Tuition prices are very high, and you're kind of struggling to pay for that, especially if you're working like multiple part-time jobs right now just to make ends meet. I'm hearing some of you are living paycheck to paycheck, and it's difficult, Gemini. It's scary. But I feel like this is a learning period for you, okay? As long as you stay grounded and focus on what's practical, you can come out of this stronger. Can you clarify the 5 of Coins for me, please? Clarifying the 5 of Coins is the 6 of Cups. I'm definitely getting a confirmation of that message that I heard earlier. For those of you who struggled with poverty in childhood, I feel like you've definitely internalized that childhood trauma. You have a very big fear of going without, of never having enough money, of never being able to pay for anything. I'm also hearing potentially for some of you with that financial abuse message that I got earlier, a past person could have caused significant financial losses for you, and you're still struggling to rebuild your bank account and bounce back from that financially. But we do have the 10 of coins here, so I feel like you need to have hope right now, Gemini. You might just be going through a really rough transition period in winter. Okay, let's move into love messages. What is your advice for Geminis dealing with a past person for the rest of winter? Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. What are your messages for Geminis dealing with a past person for the rest of winter? You start with the 9 of coins here and the Wheel of Fortune. Very different energy than the message that we just got, Gemini. I feel like if you're in the middle of a healing phase right now from a recent separation, you're kind of starting to see the progress, okay, that you've made. You're starting to bounce back. You're starting to feel more confident as you heal. Because with this 9 of coins here, you might be keeping yourself busy, keeping yourself distracted, focusing on your goals. You're starting to see and feel more financially independent. And I feel like a lot of you just want to be single right now. You're not necessarily looking for anything committed. You don't feel like you're ready to be in a new connection yet. So you're just kind of keeping your options open, exploring your prospects a little bit more. With this Wheel of Fortune here, there is a new cycle coming your way, Gemini, and I feel like you're ready for it, okay? Things are changing, but it kind of feels like for some of you, this past person could have been a karmic connection. And I feel like that relationship taught you a lot about what you want and what you need in relationships. And also taught you a lot about how to treat other people and the way that you want to be treated. You have the Temperance card here. Some of you could have been dealing with a Sagittarius. This is your own healing. For some of you, this person could be trying to come back around for a reconciliation. But with that 9 of Wands, coins there, I feel like most of you are going to turn this person down if they do come forward. With this Wheel of Fortune, you're ready for a new beginning. And I feel like you're very focused on yourself right now in a good way. This is about your own healing, okay? I feel like you need to be gentle with yourself right now as you're moving through this healing stage. You're still in a transition period where you're growing and doing a lot of learning about yourself. And I feel like, again, for some of you, this could be literal, spending more time with your friends and your family, spending more time with your community and the people around you, learning that just because this other person did not see your value, you are still cherished. Especially, I'm hearing for a lot of you that being with a person who did not value your relationship taught you to value the relationships in your life that you already have. You know what I mean? Making sure that you're still sticking with the people who've been taking care of you from day one. What is your advice for Geminis in a current connection for the rest of winter? Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. What are your messages for Geminis in a current connection for the rest of winter? You start with the Knight of Cups. Some of you could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This could also be your energy if you are a Gemini, Cancer, Cusper. We also have the Moon here, again, more Pisces energy. I feel like there is a new offer coming your way here. And again, for those of you who are in a current connection, it feels like This is the two of you taking the next step together. For some of you, this message could be literal. This cup could represent a ring, okay? Or for some of you, I'm hearing that this message could possibly be tied to your career and finances, because this moon card popped up there too. If you're already literally engaged to this person, you could be worried about money right now because you're trying to plan a wedding and you're like, oh my gosh, how the hell are we gonna pay for all of this, right? But you also have the Nine of Cups here, okay? This card is about fulfillment, pleasures, okay? Your wish coming true. And with this engagement card, whatever that new step is, whether it's a literal engagement or not, I feel like there's a lot of potential with this connection. And I feel like that moon card might be self-deception for a lot of you. It could be you or the other person, could even be both of you that are really nervous about the future of this connection, so take it how it resonates. But it feels like this is just a lot of self-deception. This is a lot of stress right now and worrying about the future. I'm not necessarily seeing this as like a commitment phobe energy, but with this Nine of Cups here, I feel like this person has nothing to be afraid of, okay? I know taking the next step in a relationship can be scary, whether you're moving in together or adopting a pet or thinking about having kids, whatever. But this means that your relationship is progressing forward. And with this Nine of Cups here, there's no codependency here, right? Both of you are emotionally independent. Both of you are emotionally mature enough to handle an adult relationship. Can you clarify the moon for me, please? Clarifying the moon is the Knight of Cups again. So we have the Knight of Cups here twice from two different decks. This is why I pull from multiple decks to get those signs and synchronicities. Basically, the universe confirming the message and saying I meant what I said. You have nothing to worry about when it comes to this connection, Gemini. I feel like there's just a lot of stress and anxiety and self-deception involved here. I know taking the next step together makes you feel nervous. Or again, it could be the other person. But this person's made their decision, okay? They know what they want and they want you. This person adores you. They're not afraid to show that how much they love you. They're not afraid to express themselves emotionally. Okay, let's finish it off with advice for single Geminis who are looking for new love or dealing with a new person in the winter. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So for some of you, this could be tied to that past person reading if you're in the middle of a healing phase right now and you don't know if you're ready for a relationship yet. What are your messages for single Geminis looking for new love or dealing with a new person in the winter? You have the Hermit. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo, and you also have the Eight of Cups here. Again, I feel like for single Geminis, there's still a lot of past energy lingering in your energy field right now. That doesn't have to mean that you're still specifically tied to a past person, but I feel like you are not ready to be in a new connection right now, Gemini. You still have a lot of inner work to do with this Hermit card here. You still need to do a lot of reflection, a lot of soul searching to help you bounce back and get your confidence back, to help you live in your truth. With this Eight of Cups here, it feels like you need to walk away from the past. Again, for some of you, that could be literal if you're still tied to a past person. But again, I feel like that could also just be figurative, walking away from the past in general, walking away from toxic patterns that may have served you then that no longer serve you now. I'm not necessarily seeing a new connection coming your way in the winter, Gemini, because I feel like you're still focused on yourself in a positive way, trying to dive deep into your subconscious and do a lot of healing and do a lot of the inner work so that you can come out of this stronger and be a better version of yourself moving forward. You also have the Page of Swords here. This could be your energy, or you could be dealing with another air sign, another Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. This Page of Swords, there might have been an age gap involved here with this person, but potentially I'm just seeing a lot of emotional immaturity here. With this let your friends help you card, I'm kind of feeling like, again, a lot of you can't move forward until you cut ties with the past completely. If some of you are still trying to be friends with your ex, that's holding you back from moving forward. You can't move on if you're still going to talk to this person, right? Because that just means that your mind is constantly on them. I'm also hearing for some of you, if this past person is still in your social group, they might be watching you, gossiping about you. I hope you heard that ding. That was confirmation that this message is for you. This person does not have good intentions, especially when it comes to your friend group, okay? I feel like they're spreading lies about you. They're trying to twist this breakup or relationship to make it, I feel like this person is blaming you, you know what I mean? And they're telling it to anybody who will listen. And they're trying to blame you and make themselves look like the victim here. Can you clarify the Page of Swords for me, please? Clarifying the Page of Swords is the Hanged Man. Male, female, take it how it resonates. Again, I feel like you feel stuck right now, Gemini. And it's because you just know that you're not ready to move forward. You're still in a very introspective headspace, and I feel like you're still replaying the past in your head, trying to figure out what red flags about this person was I ignoring? You know, where did I go wrong here? Don't blame yourself, especially if this person is antagonizing you or still watching you in some way. You don't have to pop off into a conflict with this person. Don't stoop to their level. Especially with this advice card being let your friends help you. I feel like if you surround yourself with the people who do love you right now, you can learn to cherish those relationships. Okay, don't stoop low enough to the point where you let this person manipulate you. Do not let this person make you feel unloved. Can you clarify the Eight of Cups for me, please? Clarifying the Eight of Cups is the Nine of Pentacles again, but this time it popped out reversed. I feel like, again, this past person message, single Geminis, could potentially be tied to your career and finances. This person might have been using you financially. They might have been very dependent on you. I feel like this person was very materialistic, and when you realized that they only wanted one thing from you, you had to cut them off and walk away so that you could rebuild your finances. I'm also kind of hearing this as a warning. Do not indulge in any retail therapy right now to make yourself feel better, okay? Because that could potentially get you into trouble. Okay, Geminis, I feel like those were the messages that you needed to hear for the rest of winter. Comment down below if any of them resonate. You can also like the video and subscribe to this channel. That helps me a lot. We're still a very small family over here, but we're growing every single day, and I love and appreciate every single one of you so much for that. So thank you so much for supporting me. You can follow me on my socials if you're interested. I post weekly messages on Facebook on Fridays. We're doing Tarot Tuesdays on Twitter. And on Instagram Reels, I've been posting random cute little pick-a-card readings. So if you're interested in any of that, links will be in the description box below. And I'll see you in your next reading. Bye!